Hey, what's up, guys? Bryn Unedited here again. Bit of a while since my last video. I'm gonna talk about something I came across on Instagram a while back, and I've been trying to figure out the nicest way to address it without seeming too harsh. Not the easiest thing in the world to do, so I've just kind of put a few bullet points out, and I'm just gonna go through them all to kind of give you my take on something that I feel is quite an important topic. So, I came across this post, and it was talking about the idea of disordered eating, and I suppose it's linked to the whole kind of like body positivity movement. And the post started off by comparing the need to sneeze with the need to eat. So that sensation of I need to sneeze versus the sensation of I'm hungry, I need to eat. And it kind of goes on to say that we don't deny ourselves the need to sneeze if we feel the need. We don't question if we deserve to sneeze or not. So why do it with hunger? So straight off the bat, we're using a comparison which is completely wrong. So a sneeze is an entirely reactionary thing. We have no control over it, generally speaking. You can try and hold it in if possible, but on the whole, if you need to sneeze, you're going to sneeze, right? Hunger, whilst it is also something that is a natural response, it's greatly influenced by a lot of choices that we make personally. Whether that be what we eat, how often we eat, how much we eat. There are many things that influence it. So this post talks about diet culture and how it teaches us to suppress our reaction to hunger. In other words, to say that, if we feel hungry, we deny ourselves food occasionally because of the pressures on us, whether it be through societal views, the idea that gaining weight is a bad thing. So we shouldn't ignore hunger if it comes to us because it's a natural thing. So it is 100% natural, but as I mentioned, there are influencing factors. And the problem we have is these opinions and these mindsets ignore the health-related risks that come along with listening to our bodies at all times. So we cannot just go, my brain says I should eat something, we should eat it. Because we all know, we don't make the best choices at times. We are very influenced by society, yes, but we're also influenced by our own choices and the things that we eat, the types of food we've enjoyed, again, how much of that food we've enjoyed. So the problem we have is our eating habits are directly linked to our need for survival. So by that I mean our body is designed to look after itself and make sure we can survive in the worst case scenario. So if there is a lean winter, for example, if we don't have many calories available to us, we need a surplus to make sure that we survive and that we're not going to run into any problems should we encounter that kind of, we'll call it a drought season, right? The problem we have is, in today's day and age, we don't need to do that because we have a constant supply of food deliverable to us any time of day from our phones. We haven't got to leave our house, we haven't got to leave our seat aside from going to collect the food from the door when they deliver it. So we have a surplus of calories available to us at all times, but our instinct is still to hold on to and eat as much as we can in case that was to change. So if we know this is the case and we use food as a bit of a crutch in terms of if we're having issues with depression, if we have issues with boredom, any of the many reasons that we tend to eat food when we probably shouldn't. If we have problems with that and we don't have a healthy relationship with food, we're going to overeat. We're going to stretch our stomachs, meaning we need to eat more to feel full. That means we're overeating, we're taking on way more calories, and we put on weight. The idea that weight being put on is a negative viewpoint from society and it's not an issue health-wise is completely factually inaccurate. We know in terms of blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, issues with joint degradation and so on, excess weight has an influence on these things. It effectively shortens your life. We know this for a fact. So telling us that we should listen to our bodies when they want us to eat something is ridiculous, quite frankly. The post wants us to trust our hunger instincts because it's our body trying to tell us something. as I've just said there. It's our body trying to tell us, eat what you can while it's still there in case there's nothing later on. It's not completely accurate because our body effectively is always in a survival mode of sorts. Whether we want to accept it or not, our mindset as a species is survive at all costs. Therefore, if the food is there, eat it. Now, because of that same instinct, we're driven more towards eating things that are slightly less healthy, we'll say, more calorific. So, for example, I really like wagon wheels. You might know they are little chocolate almond biscuit type cakes with marshmallow in them, and you get them with jam in them too. And I love them. They come in a pack of 6. If I buy a pack of 6 and open it, I can sit and eat all 6 in 10 minutes. Clearly, I don't need to do that, but my body is telling me to do it because A, it tastes amazing, and B, my body wants the calories. How is that helpful to me to listen to my body saying, eat all 6 of those, they're good for you, have it now, have it now, have it now? It's not good. It's not at all. It influences my likelihood of getting diabetes from having such high sugar snacks constantly. And we all know, once I eat the 6, next time I go out, I'm going to buy another 6, or maybe I'm going to buy 2 packets because I know I ate the last packet too quickly and I want to have them around at the house, right? So we know instinctively we cannot trust ourselves. We are literally driven by our survival instinct, and that instinct is outdated when it comes to our ability to get food and secure calories in today's day and age. If you are someone that is pushing forward this idea that you should listen to your body, eat intuitively, don't pay attention to the haters or the people that are fat phobic or body shaming by telling them, be a bit more careful about what you're taking on board. You are basically, and I don't want to say this in a too harsh way, but it's not easy to say it anyway other than the harsh way, you're being incredibly selfish. You are putting your feelings and the protection of how you feel about yourself and your current state ahead of society at large and the health of society at large. We can look at certain communities and see that there are higher rates of, again, heart disease, blood pressure, diabetes. All these things are visible in societies that have people that are largely overweight. And we continue to try and deny them because we don't want to face up to the fact that our decisions have consequences. So rather than admit to yourself, this is a problem, you want everyone else to pretend it isn't a problem so you can pat yourself on the back and feel good about yourself and go about your daily life just in ignorance. And like I say, for me, the level of selfishness there is unbelievable because this is something that influences people's health. And it's not just you as an adult, it's younger generations who are going to take this on board at 12, 14, 15, whatever age we end up getting onto social media. And they're setting themselves up from a young age for a lifetime of bad eating habits, of bad relationships with food that are going to impact their health tremendously. You probably won't be around to see that because by the time it affects them, more than likely we're all going to be gone. But that's not your problem, right? Because you don't have to face up to it. Whew. It's selfishness, guys. Come on. Honestly, we should be looking out for each other. And as I mentioned in the post of mine before, respect should be first and foremost. If you want to eat whatever you want, whenever you want, if you're happy to be overweight, if you're happy not to exercise and you're comfortable doing these things, but you're comfortable doing these things knowing the consequences that has on your body, that's fine. That's up to you. Nobody should be rude to you. No one should be disrespectful to you. There will be people that do it because that's the society we live in. There are always going to be people that are rude and just impolite or unhelpful just for the sake of it, right? But the vast majority of people, hopefully, should just take that level of respect and apply it to everyone and say, look, you're making your decisions from an informed place. Perfect. You're not lying to yourself. You're not deceiving yourself. You know exactly what the consequences are for your decisions and you're happy with that. Whether that be to eat a lot and gain weight, whether it's to eat less and lose weight, whatever your choice is, the respect should be there, but the choice should be made from an informed place. And pushing false facts, false narratives to protect your feelings, to make yourself feel better about you and your choices is selfish and it damages people within society that you claim to want to protect. So guys, please, honestly, we have to be accountable for our own decisions, but also look out for the, the health of other people as well. Just be honest, be real about your decision making, and don't try to push your opinions on other people to make yourself feel better about yourself. And that's all I've got to say. So until next time,